Hello everyone, welcome to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. Today we are at day 45 of 111 days verification challenge. The skill set which we are focusing on right now is Verilog and RTL design. Today we will see some questions specifically to RTL design. Let's see today's question. The first question is, what do conditional assignment statements get inferred to? So when you are having conditional assignment statements in your code, how are they going to be analyzed? That you need to explain and explain it with the help of coding example. The second question is, consider that you have conditional operators in a single continuous assigned statement and these conditional operators are nested. You have multiple conditional operators in a nested form in a single continuous assigned statement. Then what is the logic that is going to be synthesized? That is your question. The next question is, we always recommend when you are using sequential logic, you should use non-blocking assignment. Why is it so? Why should a non-blocking assignment only be used for the sequential logic? And what will happen if you use blocking assignment instead of non-blocking in case of the sequential logic? And compare this with the same code in the combinational block. Means you need to consider blocking and non-blocking assignment for sequential block and consider blocking and non-blocking assignment for combinational block and explain. What does the logic in a function get synthesized to? If you have written a function, how is that logic going to get synthesized? How it is going to get converted into the hardware? Because when you synthesize, whatever code you are writing is going to be converted into hardware. So what kind of hardware your function is going to get converted to? And what are the area and timing implication of calling functions in RTL? So if you are having a function in your RTL, there is going to be some area and timing implication. What are those? What does the logic in a task get synthesized into? So you have functions, you have task. When you are writing a task, how that logic is going to get converted into hardware when you synthesize, and explain this with the help of example. Take a task and explain how this logic is going to get converted into the hardware when you synthesize. Then, what are the differences between using a task and defining a module for implementing a reusable logic? You have a task and you have a module for implementing a reusable logic. What is the difference when you use a task compared to when you use this module? The next question is, can task and function be declared external to the scope of module and module? Can you have task and functions which are external to the scope of this module and end module? Then you have the question, you need to design a 4-bit up-down counter which has an input up-down. When this up-down is 1, it will act as up counter. When this up-down is 0, it will act as a down counter. The same circuit should act as a 4-bit up or down counter depending on the input up-down. If up-down is 1, it is up counter. If up-down is 0, it is down counter. The next question is, you need to design binary to gray code converter in Verilog. So write this code in Verilog, synthesize it, not synthesize. You can simulate this with the help of free practice platform like EDA Playground. First code this gray binary to gray code converter, then simulate it in the EDA Playground, observe the output and see if it is working properly or not. Solve these questions today and tomorrow I'll see you for day 46 challenge. Best